What do you feel is the largest problem or challenge currently in Faribault that the City Council should be putting more resources and efforts towards resolving? Now, this is a problem that would generally fall to the City Council under their authority, not, for example, school board initiatives.
My personal opinion currently would be that the city is currently on an unsustainable course of tax raises. And I question how much property the city should purchase for downtown parking. The needs are great there. But also in addition to that, I also am getting the old public works site back on the tax rolls. When the city purchased the current police department building, citizens were promised that the old public works site would be put back on the tax rolls. To me, I would hope that would mean a development of substantial tax revenue from that parcel.
I believe that holding landlords accountable for the quality of the properties that they rent out and ensuring that renters are not going to have a negative impact on the neighborhood when they choose to rent. I currently believe that is the biggest issue facing Faribault. And when I'm speaking of the negative impact, I'm simply talking about crime, drug use, fighting, domestic assault, nothing more. And we need to tighten up the rental ordinance because we're still getting a lot of complaints from neighbors that adjoin these properties, and you know, we took a step in the right direction, but we got more work to do. And because again, the 2040 vision is really saying we want an improved quality of life, and it starts at the home.
One of the challenges we always face in the last 10 to 15 years here in town is definitely the cultural diversity of our community. It's an ever-changing, growing dynamic of the backbone of our community, and it's something we need to take a long look at. We need to sit down and have community relations groups and education, and most importantly, communication with groups of leadership and people in our community to stress the needs and understand the other backgrounds of the people that are involved here. We have a great community here with lots of people that care about other people, and that's who we are in Faribault.
Yeah, one challenge that I believe we're facing, actually the biggest challenge in town, is one that I've noticed a lot of people tiptoe around it, don't want to talk about it or talk about it in covered terms, and that is our Somali immigrants. And it's kind of a little near and dear to my heart, having traveled to many countries in the world, and I'm an immigrant myself. I came to this country 30 years ago. For the company that I worked for, they brought me here on a 3-year visa. And when that visa was up, I wanted to remain with my girlfriend, now my wife, Virginia. And I applied for a green card, and I became a permanent resident. And after that, I went through the whole process to become a U.S. citizen. So I went through the whole paperwork, and it takes about 2 years to become a U.S. citizen, sometimes longer. So locally, Faribault has always welcomed people, whether it was the Norwegians or the Hispanics, the Cambodians, the Vietnamese, or now the Somalis. But I think a big problem that is in this environment is education. I do not think that everybody understands each other's culture and where they came from. And by not understanding each other, that leads to fear, and fear leads to hatred. And that is happening, and I can see that. Not everywhere, but it is happening. And I think, so as the president of the International Festival, I know that when you bring different cultures together and you educate each other, it is much nicer to be together. And I'm not looking for assimilation or integration. I'm thinking of living together, of unity, of togetherness, and enhance each other's cultures, live with each other's cultures, and it is actually a very rich community because of all our different cultures.